This is the pillar of fire that you read about in the Bible that spoke with Paul on the road to Damascus. And it's also that's been seen throughout all history, led the children of Israel out of Egypt. And the reason I know this is the very same God that spoke of the pillar of fire in the Old Testament, spoke of the pillar of fire in the New Testament, and also fulfilled his word right at the coming of the Lord, which is where we're at. And this is one of the only photographs taken of it. There's many taken, but there's only one that I guess has been scientifically proven. The light struck the lens and examined through FBI fingerprint documents. George J. Lacey. This is a revolving fire. This is a man named William Branham who had many supernatural. There was just no one who ever lived that had so much supernatural in their life outside of Jesus Christ himself. And the reason for that is simply that the Lord fulfilled his word and that he would reveal himself as the Son of Man again in the last days. Not that William Branham was Jesus Christ, but that Jesus Christ manifested himself again to the Gentiles just before the coming of the Lord to call a bride out for the rapture. And this fire, this revolving fire that was allowed to be photographed in 1950, many times people seen it with their own eyes. Brother Branham would describe this fire as a revolving fire, and when the angel of the Lord spoke with him, oftentimes he would come out of this fire. He would step out of this fire and speak to him. And from Brother Branham's own accounts, you can hear him tell it was not a casual meeting. It was quite a terrifying thing sometimes. Not in the sense of a horror, but in the sense of just awe, the power of the Lord. You can read the same prophets in the Old Testament and the New had the same experience. They fell down as one dead. Their next breath would leave them pretty much feeling as though they would be dead. But anyhow, the reason I'm talking about this is one of the most clear pictures of the pillar of fire I've ever found online. If you're interested in a copy of this, or to learn more about William Branham himself, I want you to go to this website that I think I have up here. Okay, yeah, it's by the Midnight Cry. It's called the it's called the Midnight Cry. It's at WilliamBranhamStorehouse.com. You just type that in and it'll take you here. And probably, although there are many websites out there that are very good and have a lot of information, such as Branham.org and themessage.com and many others, this one here is overlooked, and I think it has a wealth of information on it as far as free stuff, the downloads and things you can get, the Perry Green sermons, the testimonies. You get David Mamelis, publications and so forth. You got faith building videos about Israel, testimonies of the supernatural. There are more people testifying of the supernatural than there are gainsayers and people who are jealous or who are feeling empty and just trying to lash out against the ministry of Brother Branham, which was not really, it was his to give, but it was the ministry of the Lord again in this day. And it's so confused. There's people on both sides of the situation that if you got cultic type members claiming they believe William Branham, you got cultic members claiming they don't believe him. You got all kinds of everything in between. And of course, as we know, Judas was amongst Jesus himself, and Jesus chose Judas to be one of his elite, if you would call it that, the 12. So thereby, people knowing he was a son of perdition, how could they would look at Jesus and say, if he knew that, why would he have chosen him? You know? But on and on and on the hypocrisy goes. But this website is what I'm focusing on here, and I just wanted to share it. I tried to do a video about it before, but I think I spoke too fast and left too much out. But anyhow, especially in this area right here, you can click on and find a lot of free stuff. And as their store here, you can buy those 6 DVDs. Just a wealth of information. I think they accept all other payments besides PayPal. Looks like PayPal here. You can read all about it. I mean, just a wealth of information. 400 minutes of anointed singing, 57 sermons by Brother Neville, 200 cataloged photographs from 63 to 65. And these also contain the audio sermons, and it says comprehensive 26 gigabytes of William Branham Storehouse collection contains it. There's just a wealth of information. Check it out yourself. I won't take up so much time here. You can read testimonials and all about it here if you click on the store. I'm not an affiliate. This is not about selling anything. I'm just trying to help spread the word and the news about what the Lord has done in our day as best I can. And I seem to have a gift of gab or talking, so I thought I'd do that. But anyhow, there's great testimonies in here. Just you can hover and hover and click on these things, and it'll bring up some of the testimonies, some of the documents and things. But the pictures, I think, are just phenomenal. For instance, the pillar of fire picture I just told you about, you can download this thing from here, and it's like 250 or something kilobytes, but it's just crystal clear, and you can blow it up and it's still clear. And I think it's one of the best of anywhere on the internet that I've found. I love it. But also, same thing with the cloud photograph, which has raised a lot of controversy, and people still ignorant enough to believe that would be caused by some jet or missile explosion or whatever. Which, by the way, let me hang on a minute here. See if I can do some. If you go to BCF, which is Believers Christian Fellowship in Lima, Ohio, and their website is www.bcfellowship.org, and I think it's just on the top here. Back one. Let's see here. You can read. This is there we go. Yeah, this is Brother Chad Lamb, and he brings out some of the most phenomenal evidence refuting the gainsayers, trying to say that this was some missile explosion, and it's an anointed sermon. It's probably the best I've ever heard on this cloud and what happened, and I believe the Lord really dealt with Brother Chad Lamb on that one. So if you get a chance, go there and check that out also. And I'm sure that they've got great stuff here. If you've never heard Brother Lonnie Jenkins, you're really missing out also for some great anointed teaching. And I just want to make this video. I thought I'd share that. There's something else they've just released here, and I had it just a while ago. Oh, Word Publications Message Search. Now, if you're like me, you've got the folio views. You've been using it for years. But this here is something new they've come out with. Okay, so if you go to Word Publications Message Search, click on it. It'll take you to the Word Publications Message Search package. Say that fast 3 times real fast. Fast, accurate, and free. Says it runs on all versions of Windows as well as Linux and OS X. So this is a work of Brother Mammolis's that's been put into a search engine type, and if I understand it right, it links the scriptural verses to what Brother Branham said about them. So if you see Brother Branham talking about a scripture or something like that, or reading through the scripture, and it'll link it back to what Brother Branham said, or vice versa. And so you can scroll down through here and read about it. It's quite impressive. I myself have not had time to pursue it, but I wanted to make you aware of it. I know the brother has put a lot of time and effort into it. The brethren there at the Midnight Cry. And there is a free version, and there's an extended package you can pay. It looks like $5.75 per copy, and it's added these 23 separate searchable books, and looks like the sermons are in RTF format. So anyhow, be sure not to forget to check that out. I think it'd be a blessing to everyone. So with that, I just wanted to say, stop in WilliamBranhamStorehouse.com and check it out if you haven't already, and may the Lord bless you.